I'm not gonna lie, guys, you almost didn't get this video. I filmed the entire thing and then I realized my mic pack wasn't plugged in. What's going on, everybody? Steven here, the Husky Runner, and welcome back to our marathon training series. Guys, I can't wait to tell you about week 7, but before we jump into the week, if you aren't subscribed to this channel, please do me the favor, hit that subscribe button down below. That would mean the world to me. We post one video here a week, and if you want more running content, I'm posting on Instagram constantly throughout the week. You can find that link down below as well. But now that that's out of the way, let's get into week 7 of marathon training. We started off week 7 like we've started off every training week in this marathon training series, and that's with a run on Monday. Last week we did 6 miles on Monday and 5 miles on Tuesday, and I really liked the base that built for the rest of the week, and I wanted to do that again this week, and so that's what we did. Monday night, once the kids went to bed, I laced up the shoes and we did 6 miles out on the road. And it felt good. It wasn't a run where I really pushed it, but it also wasn't a run where we kind of just kept it super easy. It was just a good, solid run to start the week off with. On Tuesday, I had a remote day at work, which meant I could actually run while the sun was out. I feel like most of the runs during this marathon training series are at night. We do occasionally get to run with the sun, and I was just thankful that today was one of those days. I decided to hit up the 6 to 10 trail, which is near my house. It is a 4-mile out and 4-mile back trail that has a nice little elevation gain for the first 4 miles before you turn around and you descend back to your car. I laced up my trail shoes because while it's not a technical trail, it did snow and rain the night before, so the trail was a little wet and a little muddy in places, and I just wanted the extra grip that the trail shoes provided. I also thought that the 4 miles out and the 4 miles back would be a great way to add miles to my week, and so that's exactly what we set out to do. On most of my runs, I'm listening to a podcast, whether it's the Chew Strong podcast or the Nick Bear podcast or just a running podcast in general, but for this run, I decided to leave the headphones at home and just enjoy the run. On this run, I started to think about the other runs that I had coming up this week, and I realized Saturday's long run was gonna be tight again because we had a soccer tournament for my son in Pittsburgh, and while I wasn't sure when we were gonna be leaving, I knew I would have to probably try to cram it in early in the morning before we left, and last time I did that, I wasn't fully able to finish the amount of miles that I wanted to do, so I kind of got a little afraid that that might be the case this time. So I decided to change up Tuesday and do my long run that day. Guys, I'm excited to say that I ran the furthest I've ever ran in my life. We did 14 miles on Tuesday. And as much as I want to tell you that it was amazing and I was, seeing sounds and hearing colors and just floating along down the trail, that wasn't the case. It also wasn't a run that made me want to lie down on the trail and just let nature take me and be done with life. It was a hard run though. It was definitely a hard run and probably the hardest run we've done so far in this marathon training block. One of the reasons it was one of the harder runs that we've done is because we fit almost as much elevation gain of the entire Pittsburgh Marathon into 14 miles, and I don't know if I was quite ready for all of that just yet. Towards the end of the run, I noticed that the outside of my left knee was starting to hurt a little bit, and a quick Google search at the end of the run told me that it was probably my IT band. I just think I probably overdid it with this run, with this mileage and this elevation gain. I don't quite think my body was fully ready for it, and it was letting me know at the end of the run. Luckily, Wednesday is our rest day from running, and I was gonna take it easy just to make sure that my legs kind of recovered from it and that we weren't pushing it too much. Same went for Thursday. Thursday's run, while normally we do Thursday's run at night once the kids went to bed, I definitely wanted to make sure we did this run at night. Gave myself all of Thursday to also recover, and Thursday we just did 4 miles just to kind of see if everything was all right, and guys, there was no pain, no nothing. I just think my body needed to rest and recover from the 14 miles, but luckily Thursday's run, even though we kept it short, felt really good. I'd be lying if I said there wasn't a part of me on Thursday that wanted to continue running and push it to 5 or 6, but I wanted just to be smart because I knew if I pushed it and something happened and it knocked me out for weeks, I would not forgive myself. So we kept it at 4 miles, lucky to report, pain-free, no issues, felt good, but we kept it at an easy pace. Then Friday happened, and I don't know if you've ever had a run where you could just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep the pace you're at, push the pace you're at, just kind of float along. That was Friday's run, and I'm not gonna say that it was, runner's high. I don't know if I've actually truly ever experienced runner's high, but if I have, this was probably the closest to it that I've ever gotten. It was a good run. I know on this channel we don't talk about paces much because pace really isn't the priority. The focus for me is just to finish the runs that I start. The goal for the marathon isn't a time, it's just to finish. So every time I go on a run, I'm not really focused so much on the pace, but more the effort that I gave on the run, how I felt on the run, could I have given more, how do things feel? Not so much, well, how fast did I go? What were my splits? What was this? Well, I don't normally focus on the pace, but Friday's run had me looking at the pace and wondering what the heck happened. Friday's run was a 5-mile run where we maintained a pace under 10 minutes and 30 seconds. I think we were around 10:25, 10:27, which for me was amazing. Most of my runs are in the 12-minute range. So occasionally we'll dip to the 11-minute range, and those are usually like man, we just crushed that run. But this run, under 10:30, I knew it felt different. And even when I got home, I felt different. That run just felt absolutely amazing. No pain anywhere. I just felt like I was gliding along. I need more runs like that. I want more runs like that. And like I said earlier in the video, we had a soccer tournament on Saturday, so I did my long run on Tuesday. That meant I was just going to do a nice, easy run on Saturday to round out the week. And we did 4 miles, which brought us to 33 miles total for the week, which was a mile more than the previous week. So every week we're adding a mile and adding a mile and adding more and adding more. And it just makes me excited to start the next week. And I know I say I'm excited to start the next week in every video, but guys, I truly am excited to start the next week because this week we did our longest run ever and our fastest 5 miles we've ever ran. And I can't wait. I know we're just scratching the surface, and I'm excited to see where we're at come marathon day. We're almost halfway through this marathon training block, and to see the progress we've made from week 1 to now has me so excited to see where we're at on May 5th come Pittsburgh Marathon. If you've made it this far into the video, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. If you want to know more of the details on my runs, more of the stats and the insights, Strava link is down below. Please click on that, follow me there. Also, again, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, I would love if you would hit that subscribe button. We are just over 500 subscribers, and my goal is by the end of the year to be at 1,000. That would be amazing. As always, I'm hoping you guys are having a fantastic training block as well. And until the next video, peace.